You are not married. You are the unpaid CEO of a company your husband thinks is a marriage. And let that sit for a second. If you are a successful woman working full time, killing it, and you still carry the entire mental checklist of the household, the lunches, the logistics, the emotional labor, while your partner just shows up, you are not partnered. You are managing a very tired, very loving employee. And if you're catching this live right now, put in the comments live, or if you're watching the replay, put replay in the comments. So today I'm talking about something that isn't about who does the dishes. Let that be clear. The real question underneath every fight about chores is whose definition of partnership is actually running the house. Because here's the pattern I see constantly in high achieving women. You are so good at delivering, so good at catching the problem before it happens. You learned it's just easier to do it yourself than to delegate or to teach or to tolerate someone else's way of doing it. And that turns into resentment, silent, simmering, exhausting resentment. And the thing that actually breaks you isn't the task itself, it's the thinking, the planning, the scheduling, the anticipating that keeps the whole household running. And that cognitive load is unseen, unpaid, and it never clocks out. And here's the paradox. A lot of capable women unintentionally create this dynamic, not because their partner refuses to help, but because they never actually let him in. They take it all on, burn out, and then resent him for not stepping up into a role he was never invited into. So ask yourself something real. If you let go of your invisible checklist for 48 hours, what's the one thing you're actually afraid would fall apart? And just sit with that. It usually isn't about the task, it's about trust. And the core conflict in a lot of marriages isn't he doesn't help enough. It's a story running in your head that says, I have to do everything. He doesn't care. I deserve a medal. And that thought fools an accusation. The accusation triggers defensiveness. And defensiveness is how you get World War III over a load of laundry. And here's the shift. Teamwork was never about a rigid 50-50 split. Think of it as a 1990 model. Together, you always give 100% to the life you're building. But when one of you is running at 40, the other steps up to 60 with full support, not with resentment keeping score. And the fastest way to build that is to stop calculating what's missing and start naming out loud what's already working. Thank you for reading the extra bedtime story. I loved seeing the kids laugh with you this morning. People and marriages grow toward warmth and wither under criticism. You're not managing him, you're inviting him back in. And put yes if you've caught yourself keeping score instead of naming what's working. And just think about that. Would you run a business without meetings? So, while you're running a household, the most important business you'll ever be part of without one. Even 15 minutes once per week when kids are asleep and you're calm is great. Not to assign the blame, but to check the system. How are you feeling about everything right now? What's the plan for the next week? And if your partner is more disengaged, don't ask for a marathon. Hand over one category completely. Bedtime is yours. I trust your way of doing it, and I won't step in for 30 days. The fastest way to kill someone's confidence is handing them a checklist that says you're doing it wrong. Let them do it their way. Willingness to try matters more than initial competence. And the piece I want to leave you with, because it's the one that actually changes things, is this: you don't need a perfect partner, you need a committed teammate. And you're allowed to stop carrying the weight of the entire family alone. A powerful woman doesn't need to shrink her capacity to be loved well. She needs a partner who can meet her power instead of hiding from it. And this is exactly the kind of shift we work through, one real conversation at a time, inside my one on one coaching, Coming Home to Yourself. Because rebuilding partnership at home always starts with rebuilding trust in yourself first. And if you won't actually do the work of naming what's underneath this, the fear, the control, the not enough story that keeps you over functioning, I've got two things for you in the comments below: a free workbook on the real reason you feel not enough, and a $7 course on releasing the fear of judgment and shame, the exact thing driving a lot of this over functioning in the first place. Both links are in the comments below and easier than switching over to my channel. And if what I shared today hit something real and you're ready to go deeper, one on one, personal, built around your actual marriage, your actual relationships, DM me word Coming Home and let's start the conversation. And if this was useful, hit subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's live. Thank you. Take care.